am the service lead for Glogy. We're the Tier 2 weight management provider in Hampshire and the Isle of Wight. And this is my colleague Mel.
Hello, nice to meet you all. I'm the Partnership and Engagement Officer for Glogy, so I work alongside Jack in supporting the running of these programmes.
Brilliant. So we're just going to do a short introductory video to sort of explain a little bit about the netball programme, the upcoming netball programme that you're signed up to, explain what resources you should have access to, how the programme works, and hopefully answer any questions that you've got about the program. So I'll just make this all full screen and then we'll make a start. So it's a 12-week weight management program. It's sort of two elements to the program. If my computer ever catches up with me, need some new technology. Here we go. So what is the program? It's a two-pronged approach to weight loss. It incorporates 12 weeks of physical activity, which is obviously netball in this program. And in addition to that, there's a holistic digital weight loss product or program that works and runs alongside the netball. And I'll go into a little bit more detail about that in just a moment as to what that looks like and how that can work for you. Over to you, Mel.
Okay, so you might be wondering what to expect. Probably got a little bit of anxiety about starting your session. Don't. Everybody's going to be in the same boat, and you'll all get to know each other very soon. So on the actual night, we'll meet in reception, and we'll go through to an area where we'll do weigh-ins. So I'll be there for your first session. So I'm really looking forward to meeting you all, along with our health and wellbeing coach, who will take you through the sessions every single week. So we'll do the weigh-ins. They are done very discreetly, so please don't be concerned about doing the weigh-ins. You can take a note of your weight, and you'll be able to log it on the system that Jack will show you in just a moment. You will then go through to have 28 minutes of game time, and it's guided by a qualified netball coach with a referee. There is no expectations, so it's a case of, if you've played netball before, great. If you haven't, you'll be given full guidance, so please don't be concerned by that. All fitness levels are welcome. So the plan is that we will have players from other games there, so we'll hopefully have extra games that we can swap people over, so when we get worn out, come off, and our fitness will improve over the 12 weeks, so we'll be able to do more and more as time goes on. Okay, so yeah, the only requirement there is we need to weigh each week before we play. Okay, do the next slide, Jack. So with regards to what to wear on the evening, we just want you to feel comfortable, but we also need you to be safe. So if you can turn up ready to play, wearing trainers, something that's not going to slip on the sports hall floor, so it is indoors, sports leggings or shorts, jogging suits, t-shirt, gym wear, whatever you feel comfortable in wearing. Importantly, please do bring a drink along with you. It's really important to stay hydrated whilst you're doing any forms of exercise, so bring something along with you. With regards to netball bibs and the sports equipment, it's all going to be provided, so literally just turn up as you are and we'll be all good to go.
Perfect. So with regards to the digital program, Mel's told you a little bit about the netball sessions and how they are going to run. So I'll tell you a little bit about the other side of things, which is the digital program that runs alongside the 12-week netball sessions. So digital element of the 12-week program starts once you've accessed the link to create a password, which will be in your inbox before your first session. So we'll get that all sorted. What you'll have is an email that looks like this image on the right-hand side, where it says, "Hey, Mark, it's time to create your Glogy account." Just give it a quick read. All you need to do is click this big green button, and then it will take you to the Glogy screen where you can create your password, and then you'll have created your account, and you'll be able to access the Glogy product. You'll need to log into this and watch the first video before you arrive for your first session. all of the sort of resources within the product are locked until you've watched this very short, it's like a 2-minute introductory video. So do make sure you've watched that before your first session and you're all set up and ready to go. And then you'll be able to log your weight into your account, your Glogy account, and be able to sort of take full advantage of it. So I will show you what it actually all looks like. Here is my Glogy account. So this is the home page. Hi Jack, welcome to Glogy. This is the video that I'm currently on. These are a sort of series of articles. They sort of randomly generate. They're not actually random. They'll be determined by the algorithm as to what you're sort of most interested in, what you click on. But they change every time you log in. There's a link here to Glogy Gym, which I'll explain a little bit more about. So that is worth sort of making a mental note of. But where you'll find sort of the bulk of the program is under this My Path tab. So it's sort of 12 steps. You can see I'm on step 3. There's 12 steps. They unlock on a weekly basis. So from the day that you create your password, you've started your account. You'll have access to this. You'll watch the Welcome to Glogy intro video. Then you'll have access to step 1 videos to kickstart your journey. These are the videos. Sort of between, some of them are as short as 30 seconds. I think the longest ones are about 5 minutes. So they're quite short and sharp videos. And they cover loads of different topics that are related to a healthy lifestyle. One thing to bear in mind is once you've watched all of part 1, so you work your way through these, you just need to click this button here, and that will take you to part 2. And then you can work your way through part 2. So you'll get a new step unlock on every 7 days. And the content is very, very varied. We take, as I sort of mentioned before, a holistic approach to weight management. So it's not just sort of, counting calories. It's much more a bird's eye view of it. So we've got things about, obviously there's stuff about diet. Nutrition is a very important aspect of weight management. But there's things about movement, emotional well-being, mindful eating, managing setbacks, the science behind weight loss. Planning ahead is obviously a very important part of keeping on top of our nutrition. Finding joy. So there's loads of different aspects that contribute towards the chances of success for when we're trying to essentially adopt a new, healthier lifestyle. The way that we encourage people to do that is, let's click on the habit hack. Essentially by building habits. So what we're looking to do is introduce healthy habits, not that many, just 1, 2, maybe at most 3 per week. Very simple things, they need to be things that you are very confident that you'll be able to succeed with. So it could be, go for a 10-minute walk on your lunch break, as long as it's not chucking it down with rain. And if it is, bring a big coat or an umbrella. It could be filling up your water bottle and drinking that through twice a day when you're at work. So these are little things that in and of themselves won't make a great big difference. But if you're changing a couple of things per week and you're consistent with it and you can maintain those changes, then by the end of the program, you've changed 24 things per week. And that actually does add up to make quite a substantial difference. So that's what we want to try and do. And that's how the benefits of the program are much more sustainable than perhaps other programs, because we're sort of changing our lifestyle rather than just going on a diet as such. We're trying to move away from that diet mentality, whereby we go on a diet, we lose a load of weight. The implication of that is obviously at some point we come off the diet and then we tend to gain the weight back on. So that's what we're trying to sort of stay away from. And that's the way that we manage that, is by habit stacking essentially. But the videos will all explain all about that. Under my progress tab is this is where you log your weight. So you just hit this big log my weight button. You can have it in kilograms or you can change it to stones and pounds. So have this tab ready to go when you're getting weighed on your netball sessions, and then you can quickly input the numbers and then hit submit. and then that will pop up in this graph, and hopefully over the sort of the 12 weeks you'll watch this line slowly go down. 1 or 2 pounds of weight loss per week is ideal. That's a sort of a goal target, but do bear in mind that over the course of 12 weeks there's going to be setbacks. You're not going to lose weight every single week, and that's perfectly normal, so don't be too concerned about that. Other aspects on the Glody program, there is quite literally hundreds of articles related to sort of a healthy lifestyle, all about nutrition, movement, alcohol reduction, mind or sort of mental well-being. Sleep is a very underrated but quite important aspect of weight management as well. So if you want any tips on sort of getting a good night's sleep and protocols that you can put in place to increase the chances of feeling a bit more rested, then there's going to be loads of good articles about that too. There's plenty of recipes, so you are very welcome to have a little look through here and see if there's anything that takes your fancy. And with that in mind, I will move us to hang on, I've got this bar in my way again. Move us to this, which is our Eat with Glogy guide. So this is our sort of PDF, which you should have a link to in your emails around the same time when you'll get the link to create your password for the Glogy account. So this is a really useful resource. I'll just make it a little bit bigger. In here, there is 100 recipes. They're sort of broken up into breakfast, lunch, and dinners. And the contents page is completely interactive. So if you want to, maybe you like the look of this, I don't know, masala scrambled eggs. Let's have a look at that. Just click on it. It will take you to the page. And you've got your method, you've got your ingredients, you've got a breakdown of the nutritional contents per serving. This one's particularly low in sugar and high in protein, and then some tips and tweaks that you can change it to sort of make it a bit healthier or just tweak it to sort of more to your taste. So there's 100 recipes in here. There's loads of really good ones. We've had some really good feedback about this. But there's other aspect of this that I wanted to show you is probably on about let's go with page 8. So there's lots of good information in the sort of introductory session before you get to the recipes about nutrition. This is explains the benefits of losing 5% of your body weight. So that's a healthy target to try and aim for if you're a target sort of oriented person. By the end of 12 weeks, if you're looking to sort of lose a bit of body fat, losing around 5% of your body weight is a sensible and realistic target. So, and we know from the evidence that if you can do that, these are the things that the health improvements that you should expect. So generally it will lower your cholesterol, reduce pressure on your joints. You can even lower your risk of developing certain cancers. Certainly will lower your risk of type 2 diabetes, improved sleep, lower risk of heart disease and stroke. So lots of really, really important benefits. But there's also things in here about balanced diet. There's information about portion sizes. There's stuff about how to interpret nutritional information and that you get on the sides of packets, because sometimes that can look a little bit sort of like jargon, and this can help you to sort of decode that information. This bit is about how to sort of use portion sizes, how to use your hand to sort of estimate portion sizes. Really important that we sort of monitor the quantity of food that we're eating, so this can be a really useful tool for that. So I won't go on too much more about that, but it's a really good resource. And last thing I wanted to just introduce you to was the Glogy Gym. So this is the link that was originally in the Glogy product that I mentioned earlier. So I'm just going to go to login, sign into my Glogy Gym account, and here you'll find the point of the Glogy Gym is essentially classes that you can work alongside. There's tend to be between sort of 20 to 30, sometimes 40-minute classes that you essentially can do in your lounge. You don't need to go to the gym to have a good workout. There's live classes. So this is Veronica, Wednesday at 9:30. Got a class on mindfulness. stretch and relax class. You can filter by the day of the week. You can filter by intensity. If you go to the vault, that is where all previous classes have been saved and are stored. So you can watch the live ones. If you do watch live ones, they can't see or hear you. You can see and hear them, but your camera and microphone will be off. There's no there's no concern on that part. But if you want to watch previous classes, just click on this the Vault tab on the left. And again, you can sort of filter by intensity. Let's have a look at moderate intensity. I don't actually know what that is. Bar? I've not come across that before. So it must be a new one. Functional flexibility, stretch and relax with Lizzie. Lower body strength. Let's have a look at some of the low intensity ones. Strength and balance, beginners yoga, beginners chair yoga, desk-based workout, low impact circuits with limited space. So there's lots and lots of different options on here. Quickly have a look at the high intensity ones. Beginners high intensity interval training, 10-minute hit. So if you're feeling particularly fit and feeling like you want to push yourself, maybe you want to try the high intensity ones. But the point I'm making is that there should be something for everyone in here. And it's a really good way of making sure that we're staying physically active and we're getting all the benefits of exercise without even necessarily needing to leave the house. So really, really useful, that one is. And we'll move quickly back to this. I shall try and go full screen again. And that was some of the resources that you'll have access to alongside the netball sessions. And then over to you, Mel. We'll just finish up.
So lastly, and really importantly, it's really important for us to have a support network when we're starting anything new, when we're trying to lose weight. So you might be really fortunate, you might have that support network at home. But if not, or in addition to, we've got our Facebook group, which is private for anybody that's on the GlowDue programs. So you'll be met by lots of like-minded people where you can share any concerns or issues, you can share any successes that you've had, help motivate other people. And it's a really positive, fun group to be a part of. And quite often we have mentors on there that will comment and support as well. So please do log on and have a look at this. This is something that's free to use for you to use throughout 12-week program and afterwards. Okay, so this stays with you, but make use of that support and make sure it kind of helps to motivate you going forward. Okay, but I think as a bit of a whistle-stop tour of everything you need to know about the program and what to expect, but hopefully it's alleviated some of your questions or your anxieties around starting. As I said, I will be there on your first session alongside your health coach, so I'll be there to answer any questions that you've got at that time as well. But just enjoy it. It's fantastic that you've signed up to this, and I hope that you do very, very well. And I look forward to meeting you all.
Perfect. All right. Thank you, everybody. We will leave it there and enjoy the netball program. Brilliant.
Thank you.